Welcome to Travel Talk with the Geddings. I'm David with Dapper Dreams Travel, your trusted travel advisors. Each episode, we'll dive into the world of stress-free vacations, from luxury all-inclusive resorts to breathtaking cruises and once-in-a-lifetime adventures. Whether you're dreaming of sandy beaches, scenic rivers, or castles and beyond, we'll guide you every step of the way. So grab your passports, sit back, and let's talk travel. Hey travelers, welcome back to Travel Talks with the Geddings. Today's episode is a little different, as we're not in the office recording this episode. Instead, Jennifer and I are sitting here on our stateroom balcony on Deck 9 of the all-new Disney Treasure. We're sitting here looking out over the open sea on our last day of our cruise. That's right, we're wrapping up an amazing 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, and we wanted to share a recap while it's still fresh in our head. What we boarded what we thought of our stateroom, the dining experience, some of the new lounges and venues, our ports of call, and even how Disney makes getting off the ship painless. Plus, we'll share a few pro tips we pass along to our clients so you can travel smarter. So let's dive in. So let's start at the very beginning, embarkation day. If you've never cruised before, embarkation can sound stressful. It's long lines, paperwork, waiting around, but Disney really takes the stress out of this. They do a lot on the front end, so you minimize your time needed when you arrive at Port Canaveral. The whole process feels organized and efficient. So what you'll do, you'll go through security, you'll check in with your documentation, make sure your citizenship paperwork is correct, and then comes one of our favorite little touches. When you step on board this ship, a cast member is going to greet you by name and welcome you to the family on the Disney Treasure. It's a simple thing, but that personal touch just makes you feel like you're a part of the magic. In fact, when we boarded the other day, we actually knew the cast member announcing guest on board. It was Megan. We met her on the Disney Wish back in 2023. Here's a little recap of her welcoming us on board.
How are you? Good, thank you. Were you on the Wish before? I was. Yeah. You look familiar. I was going to say, the question is, if you liked me or not, that depends on the answer. If it's no, then no, I was never there. What do you mean? What's our family's last name?
Geddings.
Geddings family?
Yes.
Let's do it. Disney Treasure, please welcome on the Geddings family.
Thanks again. Now, on to our home for a week. We actually stayed in stateroom 9636, which is the Deluxe Oceanview Stateroom with Verandah. It was midship aft location and it's on Deck 9. These rooms are so well thought out. There's a split bathroom, which is great for families. Even for Jennifer and I, it was great. She could shower while I was getting ready in the other one. Storage is tucked away in smart locations, even under the bed. There's a lot of cabinet space in it, of course. The veranda, which is our happy place. We spent so many mornings and evenings out here on this veranda, just sipping a glass of our iced tea, with Splenda, of course, and an ice cream cone, just watching the waves. And here's a pro tip. Just whenever possible, book the state-board side of the ship. Why, you ask? Because at Castaway Cay, Disney's private island, the Disney ships always back in. So why is this important? This means that if you're on the starboard side, you're looking at the amazing island right from your veranda. If you're on the port side, you're just looking at the dock and the tie-off points of where the ship's tied off. Not much to see. Now, the Treasure's theming is all about adventure and exploration. Aladdin was a central inspiration for this ship. It's actually my favorite Disney movie growing up, so I was super excited. You'll notice deep jewel tones, gold accents, and little nods to Agrabah sprinkled in throughout the ship. Compared to the Wish, which has more of a fairy tale feel, the Treasure feels bold and adventurous, like you're setting out on a magical journey. So let's talk about dining on a Disney cruise, as it is always a special because they do something called a rotational dining system that continues on the Disney Treasure here. There are 3 main dining rooms, and you rotate through them over the course of a cruise. For our 7-night cruise, we were actually have been able to visit each multiple times. And the best part is our wait staff rotates with us, so they are along with us in every restaurant. So by the second night, they knew what we like to drink, and if you know us, a bowl of Splenda was needed to go with our tea. They even remember things like how you like your steak cooked, whether you like vegetables or not, me, and maybe even your preferred dessert. And I had to have a sundae every night, and they made sure I didn't even have to ask for it. So let me give you a quick highlight on each of these dining rooms on the Treasure. The first is Plaza de Coco. This is an interactive dining experience inspired by the movie Coco. The decor is that Mexican vibrant, the music is festive, and the food leans towards Mexican-inspired flavors. But the real fun is the live entertainment that happens while you're dining. It's not just a dinner, it's a dinner show. Next restaurant we visited was the World of Marvel. This restaurant is very high energy. It has Marvel characters. Some may even come visit. It has Marvel themed decor, and the menu items tend to play into the storyline. And like I said, we got to visit this restaurant multiple times, and each night the storyline was different. So you don't want to skip visiting this restaurant during your trip. Also on the Treasure, there's even a few new interactive elements that make the dining feel more like the Marvel universe. So if you've been on the Disney Wish and visited the World of Marvel's restaurant on it, completely different. So you want to make sure you check this out. Finally, there's 1923. This one's a favorite of many guests. This one's named after the year that Disney was founded, 1923. It's a more elegant and quieter restaurant compared to the other two that I mentioned. This one you'll find a California-inspired cuisine. It has great steaks, and its settings filled with Disney animation history. There's artwork and different nods to Disney animation all over the restaurant. So between these 3, you get such a variety of food and atmosphere. Each one has its own nuance. And then, of course, outside the main dining rooms, you also get Marceline Market, which is the buffet. It's only available for breakfast and lunch, which means that they're trying to get you to experience those main dining restaurants. But you also have quick service counters on the pool deck, so if one evening you don't want to go to the main restaurant, you do have these options available. There's also a couple of specialty coffee shops on board. There's an ice cream machine, and there's also 24-hour room service. We actually ordered Mickey ice cream bars one evening just because we could. So let's just say you will not go hungry on the Disney Treasure or any Disney cruise ship for that matter. So now on to one of the most exciting parts of this ship, the lounges and entertainment spaces. Disney had really outdone themselves here on the Treasure, and we knew what we were doing, and this was one of the most exciting parts of getting to experience the Treasure. So the star of the show has been the Haunted Mansion Parlor. This is Disney's first Haunted Mansion themed bar at sea, and is everything we hope for, especially me, as the Haunted Mansion is one of my favorite attractions in the parks. It's dark, it's moody lighting, it's portraits that change as you stare at them, it's ghostly effects, it's equally part spooky and fun. In fact, they have about 5 or 6 different sequences that run throughout the evening, and it takes about 45 minutes of sitting in there to take in all of them because they're sequenced throughout the evening, so they're not run back to back. Also here, the cocktails are even themed with playful names and unique presentations, so it's really cool. Then there's Skipper Society. It's Jungle Cruise themed humor, and this is just like the ride in Adventureland. The servers all have are full of those corny puns that the boat captains use on the ride. and the theming is straight out of Adventureland. It's a perfect place for a lighthearted drink. Jennifer and I actually did a lot of trivia and animation classes here. The next place of importance is Periscope Pub. This one is the sports bar on board, and it's inspired by 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Sitting in there feels just like you stepped out inside a Captain Nemo submarine. The details are amazing, from porthole windows to brass fixtures. The ceiling is even opaque, and occasionally you see various marine life swim by. In fact, we did the Imagineering tour one of the days here on the sailing, and they said that what they did to record that was they put a camera in one of the tunnels in the Living Seas attraction at Epcot and recorded fish, sharks, other animals, marine life swimming by, and then they used that as the overlay for that ceiling. And then you've got Sarabi, which is a multi-use, multi-level lounge space for shows, family game nights. They did bingo. We actually watched a magician in there. This area is named after Simba's mom in The Lion King, and it works beautifully as a versatile entertainment hub. As you can see, many different events were taking place there. It's also got a great theming towards the Lion King movie. Of course, this ship also has Walt Disney Theater for Broadway-style shows. We actually had 3 of them while we were on board. There's also 2 theaters for movies, Neverland Cinema and Wonderland Cinema. And since this was a Halloween-themed cruise, we took in Hocus Pocus 2 one evening after dinner in one of these cinemas. And they also have deck parties, several throughout the we had a sail-away party, we had a Pirates theme night, we had fireworks. So as I mentioned, this was a 7-night Western Caribbean itinerary that we did, which meant we stopped at Cozumel, Mexico, Georgetown, Grand Cayman, Falmouth, Jamaica, and then finally yesterday at Disney's private island, Castaway Cay. So in Cozumel, we explored some of the local markets there and acquired some much anticipated vanilla for baking. And Jennifer always has to collect a Christmas ornament in every port of call we visit, so we took in some of that. In Grand Cayman, a lot of guests headed over to Stingray City where they could actually swim with the stingrays. We again opted for no excursions on this trip, so we just toured the town and of course acquired us a Christmas ornament. Jennifer and I actually, on our very first cruise back in the early 2000s, visited both of these ports of call, but I went diving with some of our neighbors, and Jennifer just toured the town, so it was good to return again so we could experience this together. Our next port of call was Falmouth, Jamaica. We just took it easy again and spent the day wandering around the port. It has a great secure port area, so you don't really have to go into the town to do anything. Everything's right there in a general hub area. And also, you guessed it, we grabbed a Christmas ornament. Also, while we were in port, the Celebrity Beyond arrived as well. We've helped many clients sail on the Beyond, but we've not yet seen it in person for ourselves until a few days ago. It also is an amazing ship in and of itself. It has a side-mounted floating magic carpet that elevates and lowers along the outside of the ship. And of course, our last stop yesterday was Castaway Cay. We've been there many times, but this Disney private island never disappoints. We've been there 6 times now, and it's just like the first time every time we go. Once you're there, you can snorkel, you can rent a bike, you can lounge on the beach, or just enjoy a great barbecue lunch. It's a great final stop on each of Disney's cruises. We actually spent the day with some new friends we met on board at the adult private beach, Serenity Bay. And also, before we leave Castaway Cay, just remember that booking tip we gave you earlier. You want to get on the starboard side of the ship because our veranda view of the island was unbeatable. And we didn't have to look at the dock, which we have done a few times just because of availability. Well, eventually every cruise has to end. And I'm recording this piece a few days later after we're returning home because I want to cover the debarkation tips and guides. Disney makes it really easy to debark the ship. Your bags are put out and collected the evening before. So the last night we put our bags out, and then they just show up in the customs area for us, so we don't have to carry them to breakfast or carry them off the ship. Customs is efficient, and before you know it, you're back on shore. But here's the most important pro tip. Before you leave, book your future cruise placeholder. You now can do this from the Disney Cruise app. You don't have to go to a future cruise desk anymore. And for just $250, you can lock in a 10% discount on select sailings within the next 2 years. Yeah, it's a refundable deposit if you change your mind, but trust me, you'll want another cruise after sailing Disney if you have not done it before. If you've worked with us before, Disney automatically lets us know about your placeholder, so when you get back, we can help you apply it to the cruise of your choosing when you're ready. We've already earmarked our first placeholder that we secured on the brand new Disney Destiny, which will sail out of Fort Lauderdale starting in November of this year, which is 2025. We're planning to sail on it in the summer of 26. We can't wait. It'll keep our streak alive of doing an inaugural sailing on all the Disney cruise ships. So that's our week on the Disney Treasure. From the Aladdin-inspired design to the immersive dining experiences, the awesome lounges, and the ports of call, it's been one of the most memorable cruises we've taken. In fact, we've been telling people the last few days that this is now our new favorite Disney ship. Until we sail the Destiny, probably, but we'll see. If you're curious about planning your own Disney cruise, whether it's on the Treasure, the Wish, or the upcoming Destiny, we'd love to help you. You can reach out to us anytime at geddingstravel.com. So thanks for spending some time with us here on Travel Talks with the Geddings. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoyed this recap, leaving a quick review really helps other Disney fans and cruise lovers find the show. Well, until next time, may your next vacation be as dapper as your dreams.